Okay. All right. Good morning. Good morning. We're going to start from seated position. So I have my blanket ready. Please have your block ready as well. And remember to sit the way you feel more comfortable when you are not actually fighting with the pose, either with your hips, your knees, or your spine. And let's bring the shoulders up to the ears and then slowly release them back and down, placing the hands to your thighs or knees. Elbows, instead of having them out, we'll bring the elbows in and we notice how the shoulders soften and we lift the spine from the heart center, gently engaging the abdominal muscles, drawing the chin slightly back and then towards the chest. And here you can have your eyes closed. You can have your eyes partially open. We're going to take a couple minutes just to go inward, taking the time to be aware of the body and the state of our minds as we begin this practice. We breathe in and out through the nostrils. Just take your time. Now, please allow the breath to become a little bit longer than the regular breathing pattern. So the inhales and their exhales are going to be a little bit longer and deeper than normal. So the plan here, the idea is to slow down the breath consciously, noticing the inhalations and the exhalations. You're welcome to engage Ujjayi breathing. Then with the next inhale, we're going to lift the chin up towards the ceiling, opening the throat. We exhale through the nostrils, slowly lowering the chest towards the chin towards the chest. And inhale, lifting the chin, and exhale, releasing it down. Just at your own rhythm, up and down. Inhaling up, exhale, chin towards the chest. Couple more rounds, slowly loosening up those muscles around the neck. And then slowly keep the chin slightly tucked in. And from here, move the neck and the head from side to side. Inhale, return the head back to neutral position. Lift the chin up. Let's rotate the head now to the right. Inhale to the left and up. And exhale, head to the right, to the chest. Inhale, left and up. We just keep circling the head in same direction. Then reverse the direction, going into opposite direction. Inhale and exhale to the left and down to the chest. Inhale, right and up, left and down. Just 2 or 3 more rounds. Waking up those muscles in the cervical spine and slowly return the head back to neutral position. From here, bring the hands to the heart center and inhale, bring the arms to the side into cactus. Lower the right hand down and reach through the left arm up and move the spine to the right. Inhale and then move the left elbow slightly back. Nice, easy breathing. And feel the opening, the stretch in those muscles in between the rib cage. giving more space in this case, in my case, because my spine is going to the right, so I'm stretching the left side, giving space to my left lung. And inhale back through center, release the hand down. Bring the arms up and overhead, hands together. Open into cactus, draw those shoulders, elbows back. Lower your left hand down, move the spine to the left as you reach through the right arm, up and over. Guide the right shoulder back, elbow back. Find that opening on the right side of the rib cage. Nice, easy breathing. And inhale, return back through center, both shoulders up, back and down. Now, right arm goes up and overhead, flex the elbows, place your right hand to your left ear, and then slowly guide your right ear to your right shoulder, dropping your left shoulder down as you breathe in and out. And release, let go, right hand down. Inhale, left arm goes overhead, flex the elbow, placing now left hand to your right ear. Take a nice inhale. And as you exhale, left ear goes to your left shoulder, drop your right shoulder down. Breathe long and steady, deep and relaxed. And release, let go, head back through center, both hands down, shoulders up to the ears, back and down, hands together. Take a nice inhale, bring the arms out and cactus arms, rotate to the right, and then lower your left hand down to your right ear, right knee, and right hand behind you. Look over to right shoulder. Lift the chest. The twist is happening from your waist up. Keep both hips rooted down. Take a nice inhale and do the twist. Keep your left hand down to your right knee. Right arm goes across your left arm. Flex the elbows and round the spine as you bring the chin to your chest and the crown of the head towards the floor. And just feel that nice opening in both sides of your spine, stretching in between your shoulder blades, the muscles on the back of your rib cage. Slowly inhale, lift the head, lift the chest, hands down. Inhale, arms overhead, cactus arms, rotate to the left. Right hand goes down to your left knee, left hand behind you. Lift the chest, look over to your left shoulder. Hold and breathe into the twist. So we're warming up the spine by twisting and then slowly return and do the twist. Keep your right hand to your left knee. Left arm goes across your right arm. Flex the elbows around the spine. Stretch it. Chin to your chest. Crown of the head pointing towards the floor. And breathing in and out. And inhale. Lift the head. Lift the chest. Bring the hands behind you. And do the crossing of the legs. Some windshield wiper movement here. We're going to start now working on releasing hips and legs. And bring the sole of the feet together. We're still seated on the edge of the mat with the sole of the feet together, but keep some room between your heel and your pelvic floor. Holding from the feet with the hands and lengthening the spine, and then slowly round the spine, elbows out, and bring the crown of the head towards the floor. Relax your neck. And as you are stretching the spine, you are started to open the hips, the inner thighs, the groin. So keep breathing. As you breathe in and out, keep releasing any tension in the muscles around the hip, behind the hip, front of the hips. And then slowly lift the head, lift the chest, and let's come back to neutral position. Have your hands behind you. Keep your left knee open and bring the right knee up, and then right knee comes to touch your left knee. Right knee up, open the knee. Keep the right knee open. The left knee comes up and then touch your right knee. Inhale, knee up. Exhale, open. Inhale, right knee up. Exhale, touch your left knee. right knee up and open. Left knee up, touch your right knee. Left knee up, open, and then extend the legs in front of you. Bring the toes in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, and then bend the knees, and then drop the legs to one side. Let's all come into tabletop position. So have your knees protected always with your blanket or your towel. Let's come find our way to tabletop in neutral position of the spine. So the wrist should be under the shoulders and knee should be under the hips. And we're going to move the hips from side to side. Just some movement there on those muscles outside the hips. And then let's have some rotation. Bring the hips to the right, towards the heels, left and slightly forward. Same directions, few rounds. Let's warm up those hips muscles. And going slowly back to tabletop. From tabletop, the circle comes from the left towards the heels. Inhale to the right and forward. Same direction. Breathing in and out. And slowly return back through center. Let's move the spine into the cat-cow. Inhale to drop the belly. Exhale, round into cat. Inhale into the cow. Exhale into the cat. And just keep moving at your own rhythm, linking the breath with the movement. If you slow down the breath, control breathing, you slow down the movement. Just a couple more rounds to mobilize that spine nicely. And with the next exhale, we're going to round into a cat and then move the hips to the heels, elbows out, drawing the forehead towards the floor, towards the block, or make a tower with your fists. But don't please keep your head floating in the air. Nice, easy breathing. And then slowly from here, let's all return to tabletop. From tabletop, your left leg goes back and up. Flex the knee, cross over your right leg, and move the hips halfway down. You should feel the stretch outside on your outside your left hip. Back through center table, left leg back and up. Flex the knee, cross it over, hips towards the heels. Inhale to table, left leg back and up. Flex knee, cross over, and hips halfway down. Inhale to table, left leg back and up, flex, cross, hips towards the heels. 2 more rounds. Inhale to table, left leg back and up, flex, cross it over, and hips towards the heels. 1 last. Back to table, left leg back and up, flex, cross it over, move, hips halfway down, back through center, extend your left leg back and up, flex the knee, step forward, and slide the right knee back so it's not the right knee is not under your right hip. Iliopsoas stretch. So hands to your left thigh, and we're going to move the pelvis and the hips to the front, elbows by your rib cage, and we're going to hold in this position. Keep the crown of the head pointing towards the ceiling. Gently arching the spine, shoulders back and down, and the hips moving slowly towards the front of the mat to find that nice opening on the front of your right hip flexor. Watch your breath. Couple more round of breath, working on that. Iliopsoas stretch. Take a nice inhale now. Both hands down towards the floor, either side of your left leg, left foot. Straightening your left leg. Move the hips back, chin to your chest, and then stretch the hamstrings, back line of your left leg, and also you're stretching the spine asymmetrically. Watch your breath. And inhale, lift the head, lift the chest. Walk your left foot to the edge of the mat. Keep your left knee over to your left ankle, both wrists under the shoulders, and then press through the hips and the hips and the pelvis. Lift the chest and hold in position. Close your eyes. Keep breathing long and steady. Find that nice opening on your left hip. Relax your pelvic floor. And from here, bring the left knee back and tabletop position. Round the spine, release the wrist, and then drop onto Balasana, child's pose. Remember, no tension in your shoulders or neck. Relax and breathe. And inhale, return back to tabletop position. Now, right leg goes back and up. Flex the knee, cross it over, and both hips moving towards the heels. Inhale, tabletop, right leg back and up. Flex, cross, hips to the heels. And inhale to table, right leg back and up. Flex the knee, cross it over, and hips to the heels. 3 more rounds. Now working with the outside of the right hip. Flex, cross, release hips to the heels. Couple more rounds. Back to table. Inhale, lift, flex, exhale, cross, and release. One last. Inhale, back to table. Right leg goes back and up. Flex the right knee, cross it over, hips to the heels. Back to table. Right leg back and up. Flex the right knee, step forward, and slide the right knee back. Hands to your right thigh or knee, elbows by your rib cage, and here, lift the chest, shoulders back and down, up, down, and pelvis moving to the front of your mat. Hold and breathe. Long and steady, controlled breathing. Now exhale, both hands down towards the floor, either side of your right foot. Straighten your right leg and the right knee, and then draw the chin into your chest. Relax your neck and stretch the back line of your right leg now. And inhale, flex the right knee. Walk the right foot to the edge of the mat, both wrists under the shoulders, sinking the pelvis and the hips towards the floor. Lift the chest, close your eyes, and back to that deep breathing. And exhale, bring the right knee under your right hip, both knees under the hips, rounding the spine like an angry cat, releasing the hips towards the floor. Welcome to Balasana, child's pose. Elbows out, relax your neck, and just breathe here. And inhale, lift the head, lift the chest. And let's come to kneeling position. So from here, bring the right leg out so your right heel is in line with your left knee, arms overhead. And as we exhale, flex the knee, flex the elbows into cactus, move the hips to the right. Inhale, straighten the leg and reach through the fingertips. And exhale, flex and open the chest, hips to the right. And inhale, straighten elbows and knee. Exhale to open the heart. Inhale to straighten the knee. Exhale, flex, move the hips to the right. Inhale, straighten and reach. Couple more rounds, opening the chest, move the hips to the right. And one more. Flex and open, hips to the right. Back through center, release the hands down, shoulders up, back and down. Now walk the right foot somewhere in between, having your leg in line with your hip or to the front. Bend the right knee, and with your right hand, move the right knee open. So release the inner thigh, lift the chest, hold in position, shoulders back and down. And just breathe through that right inner part, the groin, the hip. And right knee under the right hip. Now time to extend the left leg out to the side. With the next inhale, arms overhead, flex the elbows and knee, and move the hips to your left now. Inhale, straighten knees and elbows. Exhale, flex open the chest and hips to the left. And back through center. And flex and open. And up, and 3 more rounds. Mobilizing, opening and stretching the left hip, inner thigh, the groin. Exhale as you flex. Inhale as you straighten. Exhale, flex and open. One more. Inhale, straighten. Flex and open. Release the hands down, shoulders up, back and down. Straighten the knee, and then walk that foot somewhere in between. Flex your left knee, and then as you move the hips, just guide your left knee out. So feel this release here in the inner thigh. Shoulders back and down. And let go, and bring the left knee under your left hip, and then slowly release down to child's pose. Bring the arms down by your side, allow the shoulders to drop. Take a moment. And lift the head, lift the chest, and let's find our way again to seated position. So use your blanket to sit on the edge of the blanket so you can find that nice opening there in the hips and the pelvis. And we're going to bring the left heel in, right leg goes out. So you're touching the inner thigh of your right leg with your left, the sole of your the left foot. And we're going to lift the chest. Lower your right hand down to your right shin or somewhere where you can reach, and then place your left hand to your left shoulder, and then guide the left shoulder back as you move the spine slowly towards the right. So there's a nice extension on the left side of your rib cage, but moving the spine slowly, and keep pressing through the back line of your right leg to stretch and breathe. Nice, releasing. Breathing in and out. And keep moving that left shoulder back. And slowly inhale, engage the core to bring the spine back to neutral position slowly. Right foot comes in, left leg goes out. Find your way here. Placing your left hand to your left shin, opening the leg out. And then right hand to your right shoulder, and move the right shoulder back. And then as you exhale slowly, the spine moves to the left. And just breathing in and out. Keep guiding the right shoulder back. Keep pressing through the back line of your left leg. And just feel the stretch there again. Inner thigh, hamstring, a little bit. The groin. Nice, easy breathing. And slowly inhale, engage the core to bring the legs back, the spine back through center. Now extend the right leg out so both legs are now open. Just make sure you are sitting on the edge, tilting the pelvis slightly forward, hands to the front to the mat, and walking the hands as you release the elbows, shoulders back and down. Don't bring the shoulders up to you, your shoulders back and down, and then relax your forearms, your elbows, and just keep the breath flowing. Nice, easy, long and steady. And press with both legs, the back of both legs, and just feel the stretch. Not just in the back line of both legs, but inner thigh, the groin. Relax your pelvic floor as you breathe in and out. And from here, lift the chest, walk your hands back, slowly, spine neutral position, hands behind you. Bring the sole of the feet together and bring the heels closer to your pelvis. With your peace fingers, wrap your big toes, shoulders back and down, elbows by your rib cage, lean back into balance, feet off the mat. You can have the feet there, engage the core. Don't bring the shoulders to your ears, back and down. And you can hold it here. You can, when you challenge yourself in your balance, open the legs out in a V. As you keep stretching, you are working on the balance since you are just sitting in your sits bones. Nice inhales and exhales. Breathing in and out. If you have your legs open, slowly bring the sole of the feet together. Everybody hold it there. Couple more breaths with the feet off the mat, shoulders back and down. Take a nice inhale and exhale. Feet down, relax the spine, elbows out, and draw the chin to your chest. Nice, easy breathing. Just stretch the back of both hips, the entire length of the spine. Now lift the head, lift the chest back to neutral position. Use the hands to guide the thighs and the knees together. Drop the legs to one side. Have your blanket on the opposite side of the mat and have your block handy. So with the feet in front to the front of the mat, wide as your hips. So we're going to draw the chin into the chest, rounding the spine slowly, one vertebra at a time. Let's have our spine all the way down towards the mat. Take a moment here, knees bent, heels under the knees, feet wide as your hips, hands to your belly, elbows out, and just breathe here. Take a moment. And bring the right thigh into the chest, hug your left knee in, and let's open and close. Guide the left knee out and in, out and in, out and in, out and in. Then make circles with your left knee and left hip in one direction. Going to the opposite direction. Hug the left thigh into the chest and holding from the hamstring, extend the left leg up to the sky. Flex and point the left foot. Flex and point. Flex and point. Flex and point. Flex and point. Flex your left knee, cross it over to your right thigh. It's not a figure four. We're fully crossing over, and with both hands, reach to grab the right shin with both hands, and the left knee comes close to your chest. Close your eyes and breathe through this. release, right foot down. Place your left foot on top of your right thigh. Yes, we're going to do figure four now. Holding from the hamstring or the shin, and just stretch and open and use the breath to release your left hip flexor, your left ilio, and no hip flexor, I'm sorry, the IT band on your left hip. Nice, easy breathing. And lower the right foot down, half happy baby. Grab the outside of your left foot with your left hand and or the wrist of the ankle. I'm having all my words wrong today. Sorry about that. And the left side goes outside of you, the left side of your rib cage. Just breathe as you open even more the groin, stretching the hamstring, the inner thigh. And just take the moment here to breathe through this. And release left foot down. Now hug the right thigh into the chest. Just tighten this and then right knee out and in. Just open and close the right knee, moving the hip laterally. Open and closing. Then just make circles in one direction with the right knee. Just feel the mobilization happening from your hip joint. And then go into the opposite direction. Now straighten the right leg up to the sky, flex and point, flex and point, flex and point, flex and point. One more, flex and point. Flex the right knee and fully cross over to your left thigh. Reaching with your both hands, grab the shins of your left leg and bring the right knee close to your chest. Breathe nice and steady, long and relaxed. Feel the stretch in the outside of your right IT band. Excuse me. Now release, left foot down. Now figure four, right foot on top of left thigh with both hands holding from the left shin or the left hamstring. And just feel again the stretch and the IT band on the right hip. Left foot goes down, half happy baby. Grab the outside of your right foot or the ankle. Make sure your right thigh is outside of your rib cage. And just breathe through this, stretch and open. Now pick up the left foot off the mat, full happy baby. And just holding from the feet. Keep the lower back flat on the floor, chin into the chest. And just breathe through this. And release the feet, bring the legs straight up to the sky, and then separate the feet, rotating the ankles in one direction. Going into the opposite direction. Flex the feet and slowly open the legs out in a V. Hold in position and try to release your inner thighs, the groin. Nice, easy breathing. If you feel like you need some support of those legs open, you can have your elbows and forearms down and holding, but just not holding, just supporting there, resting your legs in your palms. And just work with the breath as you release any tension, any tightness on the inner thighs. Slowly inhale, bring the thighs and the feet together. Flex both knees, lower the feet down, heels under the knees, feet wide as your hips, and then grab your block, pick up the pelvis, and slide the block in level one. This is level one, lower level on your sacrum. So resting there, your bridge pose, relax your thighs, relax your hips, relax your hips, relax your glutes, arms in T position, and just pause there into this restorative passive bridge. Arms open, palms open, and just relax here. Now slowly walk your feet together and open the knees out so the feet are coming to touch into each other. And this is a reclined butterfly pose, but supported by your block. So release the inner thighs, soften your hips, pelvic floor, hips. Relax your abdomen, your glutes. Inhale, gently bring both legs and knees up. Walk your feet so your feet are wide as your hips. Now pick up the hips and the pelvis, higher bridge, grab your block, and then bring the block to level two. So keep the block on your sacrum, and then arms again in T position. And here, do your best to relax your glutes, your hips, your thighs, your groins, your inner thigh. Coming to restore the bridge, relaxing anything there from your waist down. Keep the block in your sacrum and try to soften any tension there. Now pick up the pelvis higher. Take the block with your hands. Remove the block from underneath you. Slowly lower your bridge down towards the mat. Hug yourself with both thighs and stretch your lower back here. Stretch after that back bend. Just breathing in and out. Then guide the thighs away, hands both knees, big toes touching. Open the knees. Inhale to close. Exhale to open. Inhale to close. Open. Close. Open. Close. Arms to the side. Feet in line with your knees. Knees in line with your hips. Take a nice inhale. And exhale, slowly twist to the left and hold in position. From here, use your left hand to bring the right knee closer to your left knee. And then arm open in T, look over to right shoulder. Hold in your twist. Just keep guiding the right knee closer to your left knee to feel a little more stretch on your IT band here again. Left arm out in T. Engage the core. Bring both legs back through neutral position. And exhale, slowly twist to the right in control. And use your right hand to guide your left knee closer to your right knee. Left knee closer to your right. Look over to left shoulder. Hold in position. Have sweet long breath. Inhale, return back through center slowly. Bring both legs back to neutral position. Lower the feet down, wide as your hips. Lift the pelvis into the bridge pose. And then slowly lower it down towards the mat. Extend the right leg to the front of the mat. Left foot on top of your right knee. Let's twist to the right. Right hand goes outside of your left knee. Left arm remains in T. And exhale, bring the left knee towards the right into a twist. And just breathe here as you stretch again the IT band and the glutes on your left side. Inhale and do the twist. Extend your left leg to the front. Flex your right knee. Place right foot above your left knee. Left hand outside of your right knee. Exhale, twist to the left. Hold in position. Now from here, bring the right arm up to the sky and then towards the floor. And then roll over to your belly. From the belly, have your block handy. So we are on your belly, hands under the shoulders. Press, lift the chest, lift the pelvis, tabletop. Keep your block handy. We're going to work on pigeon pose. So bring the right leg back and up. Flex the right knee. Right knee comes to your right wrist. Your left leg is nice and long behind you. If you are sinking, you're drawing the hip to the right. We want to keep the hips facing forward evenly. So you can use the block to support the right hip and place it under your right glute. If that's what you need. If you don't need that, make sure the spine is nice and long before we start walking with the hands to the front. Elbows out, melting the chest down, the belly, and just breathe here as you keep working on that right hip. Long breath, steady breathing, deep and relaxed. And inhale, lift the head, lift the chest, place the hands under your shoulders. Bring the right knee back, tabletop. Your left leg goes back and up. Flex your left knee. That left knee comes to your left wrist. Flex your left foot to protect your knee. Right leg nice and long behind you. You can use the block behind your left hip if you need to. Make sure your spine is nice and long. And then slowly walk your hands forward as you rest your chest. Everything goes down, and just relax your neck as you breathe through the outside of your left hip. And lift the head and the chest. Place the hands under the shoulders. Left knee goes back. Open the knees wide as your mat. Big toes touching. Sink the hips to the heels. Child's pose. Elbows out. Forehead towards the floor or towards the block. And just relax your pelvic floor. Release both hips. Soften your inner thighs, your groins. Lift the head, lift the chest, both legs together, hips to one side, legs to the front of the mat. Let's find our weight slowly, lying down in the back. So place your blanket to protect your neck. So find your way down, 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 down. From here, extend both legs to the front, arms overhead, reaching through the fingertips. Nice long spine. Take a nice inhale. And exhale, release the arms somewhere in between your hips and shoulders, palm facing up, making any adjustment you need in your upper spine, in between your shoulder blades, your rib cage, and then slide the right leg open to the right corner of the mat and bring the left leg to the left corner of the mat. Take a nice inhale, contract the glutes, contract the pelvis, contract the belly. Everything comes into the center of the belly, and then exhale, relax everything down. Glutes, hips, pelvic floor, and everything goes into a nice releasing pose. Welcome now to your final pose. This is your Shavasana. Time to close your eyes. If you need to cover yourself, have a blanket or put your socks on, a sweater on, so you can be super cozy and comfortable as I guide you through this relaxation state. That was a good practice to free the hips, the pelvis, to soften the pelvic floor. So just keep working on that. Eyes closed, back to your regular breathing. And taking the moment here to feel the body, making any last adjustment. Relaxing the toes, both feet, the top and the sole of the feet, and both ankles. Releasing the shins, calf muscles, and knees, the front and the back. And from the knees down to the sole of the feet, allow the lower part of your legs to relax. Soften the thighs, the hamstrings. Relax glutes, muscles of the hips, pelvis, and your pelvic floor. And from the top of your hips, front and back of both legs, down to the sole of the feet, find relaxation and release any tension there. Soften lower back muscles, middle back muscles, and all the way up where your shoulder blades are, softening any tension around the spine and muscles in between the back of your rib cage. Going to the front of the torso, soften muscles in the abdominal area, relaxing all the internal organs, softening the muscles in between the rib cage and the front, muscles of your chest, release your heart, and from the top of your collarbones, front and back of your torso, front and back of your hips and pelvis, front and back of your legs down to the sole of the feet. You are releasing and letting go. Bring now the attention to both shoulders, front and back, upper part of the arms, elbows, lower part of the arms, both wrists, hands, and all fingers. And from the top of the shoulders down to the sole of the feet, down to your fingertips, your body is releasing inch by inch even more into the mat. Relax your throat, soften the muscle of your neck and the back of your skull. Allow your jaw to slowly relax and open. Soften the chin, the mouth, the lips, the tongue. Release your nose, cheekbones, and both ears. Allow your eyeballs to sink down to your eye sockets, relaxing your eyelids, eyebrows, in between your eyebrows, your forehead, and finally your crown chakra. And from your crown chakra, the entire body, front and back, from the outer layers of the skin, deep into the body, down to the sole of the feet. Give yourself the gift of relaxation and stillness. Let go and surrender into a deep, deep and sweet rest. Deepening the breath. Gently bringing movement back to the body. Rocking the head gently from side to side. Wiggling toes, wiggling fingers, taking the time here to give yourself a nice stretch, reaching through the fingertips. And as you exhale, you hug yourself and you slowly roll over to one side in fetal position. And the head comes last. Very slowly find your way and let's all sit together with the spine upright, soft shoulders, soft muscles on the face and the jaw, and with eyes closed. Let's bring the attention inward towards the breath. And we're going to work on slowing down the breath as much as we can, but always without compromising the quality of the breath. In other ways, is we slow down the exhale, but when it's time to take the next inhale, we don't struggle to do that. We just find the moment when we take the next deep and long control inhalation. And then when it's time to exhale, we go for the exhale in control, long and steady. So take your time. You are welcome to use your Ujjayi breathing here. The attention goes fully on the way we lengthen the breath. When gently, slowly we let go that breathing pattern of lengthening in both directions, and we come back to a regular breathing rhythm. And as you're breathing naturally, just watch the state of your mind. Notice the body. And take a moment to express gratitude to yourself for this moment of movement, concentration, focus, and attention. Bringing the hands to the heart center in Anjali Mudra. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And may all have peaceful, loving, sweet thoughts to keep cultivating within ourselves, in our minds, in our hearts. And may all have peaceful, loving, sweet words to keep offering to everyone. May the actions always, always be inspired by love, compassion, sweetness, and peace. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And I thank you all very much for being here today, practicing yoga. Namaskara.